Want to elevate your pattern making skills and add some versatility to your designs? See how dart rotation can transform your garments. Hi, I'm Christina and I love to digitally pattern draft, creating unique pieces of wearable art. And dart rotation is an essential part of my pattern drafting process. So let's dive into dart rotation by starting with what is dart rotation? Dart rotation is a pattern making technique that involves moving a dart from its original position to a new location on the pattern piece without altering the overall fit and shape of the garment. Darts are used to control the fit and shape of garments by adding fullness or taking that fullness away. By rotating a dart, you redistribute the fullness to a different part of the pattern, allowing for more design flexibilities and creativity. So, why is dart rotation important to pattern making? There are many different reasons to use dart rotation, and we're going to go through them right now. One of the first reasons is for design versatility. Dart rotation allows designers to place darts in various positions, which can change the look and style of a garment. For example, moving a bust dart to the shoulder can create a visually different effect and style compared to the side bust dart. And the next one we're going to go into is the enhanced fit. By rotating darts, pattern makers can adjust the fit of a garment to better suit the body's contours. All of our bodies are so different, it is essential to sometimes move those darts around to best fit on each of the bodies and sizes we are working with. The next one is creative freedom. Dart rotation opens up endless possibilities for unique design elements for garment construction. Designers can experiment with unconventional dart placements to create distinctive, eye-catching garments. Another reason is for improved functionality. Certain designs or fabrics may require the darts to be positioned in less noticeable areas. Another one is pattern adaptation. When altering existing patterns or creating new designs, dart rotation is a fundamental technique that enables seamless pattern adjustments without compromising the garment's fit. It is crucial for making modifications to pre-existing patterns to suit the specific design or preferences. And finally, we also are going to go into the fabric utilization. Dart rotation can also help in managing fabric grain lines and layouts. By repositioning the darts, you can optimize the fabric usage, or you can plan on how your stripes will be hitting on the pattern. That is the most common way I find you might need to use dart rotation. So now that we've talked a little bit about that, let's bring up Clo3d and do some dart manipulations so you can see how easy it is to rotate a dart. Here we are. I have now brought up my screen with my cute little avatar. She is just in her basic sloper or basic block here. And I have my pattern. You can see the full one here. I'm only going to be doing some dart manipulations on the front for today. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on this background because I always find it's easier for everybody to be able to kind of see where everything's lining up and everything, because it really enhances those stitch lines. So right now I have the basic sloper with a dart coming right from the bust to the waistline. So let's start moving this girl around. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reset just that one 3D pattern so you can kind of see it move around, and then it will reset it as itself. To do a dart rotation by hand, you would first begin by bringing your dart point legs up to your bust point. Now, because I am working in a pattern making specific program, I don't necessarily need to start by doing that. It is still something you can do if you wish. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select my two dart legs here. And if you want a deep dive into what a dart is, you can definitely check this video out up here. Now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and do a right click, and we're just going to go down to rotate dart. Now I can click anywhere on my pattern piece of where I want to rotate this dart to. So we're going to do some very simple ones first. We're going to go straight out to our side seam. So I'm going to click on this point here. And this is where you're going to want to pay attention to where your bust point is. Now, if I went right here, right at the very tip of my dart point, that is not where I'd want to do it, because I'd actually want to be rotating at my bust point, not at my dart point. So I'm going to pull up to where my bust point would be, and this is why you don't actually, in this specific program, need to actually move to that tip of the bust point. So I'm going to go ahead and click there, and then what you want to do is you want to click the side of the pattern you're going to rotate. So right now you can see I'm hovering over the larger size with the center front, and it has like a lighter blue all the way around, whereas if I hover over this smaller pattern, that's where the lighter blue is. I always like to try to keep my center front straight up and down so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to click it, and I'm just going to shut that dart all the way. And then we actually have we have to decide how far our dart goes in. Now, if you go all the way to the bust point, again, that's not going to be helpful for you. That's actually going to create more problems, because whenever you do that, whenever you rotate the dart, you actually want to back off that bust point, because the bust point is the fullest point of the fabric. So we're going to want to pull about a little ways off of that, just like so. I'm going to click. It's going to think about it for a second, and it moved it there for me. Let's move that out just a little bit so you can see that it has now moved that bust point over to the side. This is why I pulled it off. It kind of does a weird funky thing here. But now I'm just going to re-simulate it. And you can see now that bust point is coming from the side seam. It might be a little bit high, but I'm not too worried about the fit right now. We're just doing the rotation. So that's how fast and easy it is. We're going to do it again, and we're going to go up to mid-shoulder. So you're going to grab the dart. Whoops. Undo that. We're going to grab the dart. We're going to rotate the dart. We're going to go mid-shoulder from the bust point. Grab the smaller one, open it up, and pull that dart down, and let it re-simulate. There we go. Then we're going to let that relax down just a little bit, like so. It always gets a little bit cranky, so what I should have done, and what we're going to do is we're going to stop simulation. We're going to reset the 3D arrangement for this one. And then we're going to do one that's sometimes more considered a stylistic dart, which is a Y dart. So let's grab the dart. We're going to rotate the dart. This time we're going to go here at the bust point, rotate that side, pop that open, like so. And then let's simulate it. And there we go. This is why it's called OY dart. I could merge these two center front things, center front stitch lines there, and I would not have a line up here, but I'd have a line here and a Y happening there. It's a really fun dart to do, I think. It creates a unique design choice. So that's kind of how it digs into that design choice of how you can do that. There are so many different places that you can place a dart. As you can see on this chart here, you can literally go anywhere on the pattern piece you desire to have your dart come, or to do your dart rotation. It is also essential to know that sometimes when you are working on different body sizes and different body shapes, darts are going to fit in different areas of the body better. So it is always a good thing to be open, to be willing to rotate your darts around to get that immaculate fitting for those body shapes and sizes. We're going to do just a few more dart manipulations. So I'm going to start, I'm going to undo that. Now I'm going to do another dart manipulation. So we're going to do a rotate dart. We're going to go back to the beginning, and we're going to close that guy back up, reopen that dart there. But before I'll simulate it really fast to get it reset. What if, and I probably put my dart a little bit too high. So one thing that you can do is I'm going to actually edit the dart. And I want to edit the dart and I want to take it down to 6. Because that will shrink it up just a little bit. And it has to think about it. Oh, we have to click and drag. There we go. Resimulate. That looks much better. So now that we have that, we're going to go into double darts. So that's also really the really fun part of dart manipulation. We can actually do a double dart. We're going to do a small double dart here so that we can then have a double dart going to that bust point there. And we can even go crazy enough and put it into a triple dart. You can just have darts going everywhere. So we're going to shrink that guy, pull that there, resimulate, and now we basically have everything pointing towards that bust line. It can get definitely crazy, but that's just the rotating those darts around. You can also have 3 darts in a row and many, many other things. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe so you can see other fun ways to digitally pattern draft in Clo3d, Adobe Illustrator, so that you can be creating your own pieces of wearable art. I look forward to seeing what type of dart rotations you like to do, and I'll see you in some of my other videos. Happy patterning!